In today's video, we're going to talk about the best federation to compete with.
All by myself.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Paul Revelia from ProPhysique.com, and today's video is going to be about competing. It's been on my mind lately. It's been a very hot topic lately, and there's a lot of competitions going on at this time of the year. Seems like every week there's multiple competitions going on. And with that said, I might as well plug my own shit. I got a bodybuilding show, that's right, here in Tampa, Florida. It is the OCB Florida West Coast Classic. It's our 5th year, and it was handed down to me 4 years ago. So this will be my 4th year running the show. It is a drug-free event. Last year was the first year that it was a pro qualifier. We earned that right. And so, yeah, we gave out 4 pro cards last year to bodybuilding, men's physique, bikini, and figure. And they were all 4 fantastic competitors. And someday I hope to provide a place for them to compete as pros, maybe next year. So, I promote a show with the OCB. So yes, there will be that bias in this video, but we'll discuss that more because it's probably not what you think. We also have to talk about US APL Raw Nationals. We're 3 weeks out from the biggest powerlifting meet in the world, I think. I don't know. I think I saw there's almost 1,200 competitors, and some of those people aren't even coached by Joey. I know, weird, right? So yeah, I'll be driving to Orlando. We got an Airbnb. It's nice and local this year, so I'll be there from Wednesday to Saturday. If anyone's gonna be in Orlando, let me know. Let's hang out, let's lift some weights, let's get some food, let's hang out at the powerlifting meet. I love US APL Raw Nationals because it's like an expo, man. There's so many people there, not only competing, but you know, they come into town for the event to be a part of it, so I'm excited for that weekend. Actually, during the week I'll be there. And then my buddy Lane got qualified again for nationals after having to skip last year due to injury. And so it's very exciting for him. He'll be lifting Friday night, so that's gonna be very exciting. And I have some clients and friends coming. So we had these shirts made. These shirts are meant to be like Team Pro Physique shirts. Look what mine says. That's right, I'm the coach. But you know, the singlet goes here. So yeah, we got some shirts made. So we'll be walking around having fun at US APL Raw Nationals. And then I'm going to Boston for the Gaspari Classic, the Cape Cod OCB Pro Show. Got a couple pro men's bodybuilders, women's figure, and a men's physique guy. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun event up there in Cape Cod. If you're in the Boston area, that's October 7th. That is, in my opinion, the best natural bodybuilding show on the planet. Of course, my opinion is biased because I haven't been to them all, but what are you gonna do? That's my opinion. So let's get into the topic at hand and discuss the best place to compete, because there's so many choices. And so what I want to say is it doesn't really always come down to the organization. Yes, some organizations provide a better platform, but if you're short-sighted enough to only pay attention to the path that is currently the best path, then you might get what you deserve, because there's always changes happening. Things are always growing and shrinking. And as we just saw, the IFBB fired the IFBB. Mind blown, all right? And in natural bodybuilding, maybe it was 2 years ago or last year, there was a blow up between 2 of the co-owners of the IFPA, which was, by all accounts, the best pro bodybuilding organization there was. For naturals, you know, the WMBF had a hold on that for a while. I feel like the IFP took that over, IFPA, but then those guys split, creating a big rift that still has not been recovered from. So if you were always focused on IFBB amateur events to get your pro card, well, as of last week, you're no longer going to be an IFBB pro. I think it's IFBB Pro Elite, and I don't even know what that gets you to qualify to compete in, because it's not IFBB Pro status. So there's so much going on right now. So what does that all mean when it comes down to where you should compete? First things first, attend multiple competitions, different organizations. The one thing that I've learned traveling to hundreds of shows is it all comes down to the promoters, okay? Just because a show has a great name does not mean you're gonna have a great experience. And that's because sometimes the promoters are just in it for the money. They just wanna treat you like cattle, get you in and out the door. Other promoters are constantly thinking of ways that they can put time and effort into making the shows run better, the athlete's day better, the athlete's experience better. And what I've found is those shows are constantly, consistently the most well-attended shows because of that reason. People will actually plan their schedule around a well-run show because, hey, it shows that all the hard work, the months of dieting, the years of preparation to getting to a show was not just wasted by a promoter that is not really giving a crap about what you want to accomplish or what effort you put into this, right? They only care about getting butts in seats, people on the stage, money in their pocket. So I'm not gonna create any negativity with this video, so I wanna talk about some positive experiences I've had. So a few years ago, I went to my first NPC national show with over 1,000 competitors. Now this Miami show ran long. It was tough to sit through. It was very expensive because they charge you for prejudging and night show and prejudging and night show for 3 consecutive days. But then something happened. They paid attention. The competitors were getting out of the competition at 1 or 2 in the morning, but they figured it out now. As far as I can see, in Florida, the NPC has stepped up its game big time, to the point where the shows that run in Florida are some of the most well-run shows. The NPC Florida, in my opinion, has got it right. You go to the shows, they start on time, they're able to tell you when you're gonna be on stage, when you're gonna compete. Does this mean they're all perfect? No. But from what I've seen over the last couple of years, the NPC has done an amazing job building the brand for Florida and thus growing the sport as a whole in Florida and of course on the national level. And why has that happened with the NPC in Florida? One thing I notice when you go from show to show in Florida is, let's say you go to a Tim Gardner show, all the other promoters are there. Let's say you go to South Florida, go to one of Rich's shows. All the promoters from Tampa go down there. It's like they're a traveling pack, right? They all support each other. And what does this do? It creates unity. One thing I found with my show is that I've been doing it for the 4th year now. And by having the same people come in and help me and support me each year, we kind of have our roles in place. We know how to do things. I've invested money into my website to make sure that the process of getting the athletes to compete, sign up for their TANs, to get their drug test set up, that process is easier. The first year, it was a lot of paperwork and things. We've turned it electronic. So signing up for my show is now all electronic, and when you check in, it's all electronic. But that was a learning lesson for me. The first year, people had to mail in their forms and get a stamp and write things and, you know, talk about the 80s. So I feel like the sport as a whole, because of technology, has the ability to progress. But what the NPC in Florida has done has turned it into a super consistent product. The judging, the promoters, they all travel and support each other so that you're getting just super high quality. And even at the national shows, like Miami Nationals, which a crazy amount of competitors. Last year I noticed a huge improvement in the timing of the show. Getting on stage on time, getting out on time. I also feel there's been a lot more consistency in the judging at the national level for whatever reason. So when we're talking about best organizations to compete with, I can really only speak on behalf of the organizations that I've competed with. I've competed with the OCB IFPA, competed with the NGA, and I've competed with the NPC. The NGA is a natural bodybuilding organization that's primarily East Coast from what I've seen. There are a couple probably West Coast shows out there, but from the East Coast shows, some of them have been very good, but they're hit or miss. They are very promoter driven, right? Some shows I've seen have over 100 competitors, sometimes, you know, in the 30 to 40 range. And so as a competitor, it depends what you're looking for. But here's your advantage as a competitor. You drive the industry, you drive the business, you say what goes. I know sometimes we can feel fear for, oh, if we compete with A organization, we're gonna get blackballed by B. That's nonsense. That's nonsense. So not paying attention to what amateur competitors are doing. When you turn pro, there might be a change. But while you're enjoying the process of competing, attend other shows, enjoy the sport, compete with multiple organizations, and get a sense of what and where you feel the best. It's the only way to really truly learn. Don't listen to keyboard warriors about this is politics and this is, do not be one of those people. The only people that have the right to talk about organizations are the people that actually get involved, okay? The people that are a part of the sport. Just because you hear good feedback or bad feedback from a person, that was biased. That was a data point of one. You have to take it in yourself. And I've even gone into shows being told the judging is biased, being told you're not gonna like it, and I had that preconceived misconception, and it was changed by going to the show and attending and shaking the hands of the promoters and meeting people, okay? So try to unattach yourself from things you've heard and instead insert yourself into the sport. Find local shows, all right? If you're a new competitor, don't make it super stressful to compete. Don't try to fly halfway across the country to compete. Look for local shows. Get involved in the local community of competing. And then when you feel like it's ready, then you can start to compete on a national level. So for my money, the organizations that I'm going to consistently compete with in the future are going to be the natural bodybuilding organization, such as the OCB Pro, NGA Pro, and the NPC. I'm definitely going to compete with the NPC next year when I get on stage. They just put out a fantastic product, and I want to continue to support that. A lot of my athletes compete with the NPC. I love attending the shows. I love being a part of the community. So for the purposes of this video, don't take my word for it. Find a local show. Just because I think the NPC is great here where you live, you might go and just hear terrible, terrible reviews. And so maybe the NPC where you live isn't the best option, or vice versa. Maybe the natural scene where you're living isn't the best option. That's the most important thing though, is for you to form your own opinion. Don't become a keyboard warrior, okay? Be a part of it. And then you can start to discuss and have some valid opinions. That's gonna be it for me today, guys. It's Thursday, getting caught up on work. My wife just got her real estate license. So she is a realtor. So she's actually working today. So I have to go pick up my son from school. So I'm gonna go pick up my little man. We're gonna go get a bite to eat. But first I'm gonna get this video out for you guys. And tomorrow, podcasting with Lauren Conlon. We're gonna have some great stories to tell from our Olympia Vegas trip, and also some news about upcoming podcasts. So if you're not already following the Redefine Healthy Radio YouTube page, Instagram page, Facebook page, or subscribe to the podcast, I'll link it below, Redefine Healthy Radio. Tomorrow we'll be recording, and it should be out tomorrow night sometime. As soon as our producer, Karina Naboa, can get that thing live, we will. That's gonna be it for now, guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow.